Now, is that what I used before the fact?
I don't know. We got like, whoa!
You're making
Joe
too many
just
clips.
fucking disappeared. You see that?
Joe the fucking magician.
Welcome everyone to the Attach and Pass podcast. I am Nikki. I am here with my co-hosts Joe and Jake, the double J, some may call them. Don't look that up on Urban Dictionary. I definitely haven't. How are you guys doing today?
Well, I'm still hung up with the double J comment.
Yeah, I was about to look that up. Anyway, I'm doing fine. Same as last week. Nothing's really changed.
That's good. That's good.
I'm doing pretty good too.
That's good.
A lot of debating in the TBG group chats or not group chats, Discord recently on the meta.
The team Discord is always debating. I think ever since I've been on this team, there hasn't been like any quiet day, to be honest.
I feel like it's heated up the last couple of days.
You guys have been like really like debating a lot, and I go to work, so like I have not.
Right.
I just do it at work, and
I know.
Yeah,
I can't help it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have a life and a job and everything else, but that's okay. Yeah, you guys have been really like debating and everything, which is great for the team. Like everyone fulfills some sort of role like that. Some people, some of us play the cards and just find a deck like me, and you guys give me the deck. And others of you are deep into the deck building and figuring out the meta and stuff. And every single person's role fulfills a slot in TBG, which is such a cool thing about our team. I love it. So, yeah.
But the arguing always leads to the good conclusions.
And it's true, or bad conclusions. Like right now, when I walked into the voice chat earlier, I'm pretty sure the conclusion was that there is no ace spec for Guardy. So, let's just play Guardy without an ace spec is the conclusion I had reached by the end of that discussion. I don't think it's the right conclusion, but
so much Genesect.
Just so much Genesect.
Yeah, let's just not play an ace spec.
No ace specs for Guardy. It's good enough without one. Yeah. So don't worry about it. Don't play it.
How impressive would it be if you just like won a regional with no ace spec?
I mean, considering how often mine get prized, I think I could do that. So I feel like I play without an ace spec like half of the time anyway.
That would be like the most badass thing you could do.
Honestly, just like roll up, no ace spec, and just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna win. And then you do. I think at that point, like you get the GOAT title at that. Like that's it. You're better than Tord. You're better than Jason. You're better than Azul. You're better than any other person who is on people's like list.
You're better than Joltik Box players.
Well, I mean, you're not better than them because Joltik Box got 4th or 3rd or whatever. Third,
Nikki, you called that.
I did call that. I am just so good. I'm so good.
Listen, what did I say? I said the deck is good. Good players shouldn't play it. The person who did well, never heard of that person.
Hold up. I mean, if you want to go into who called what, we can go into the predictions that we did last.
Sure, let's do the predictions and then
because
we can talk about the Milwaukee
predictions.
results.
Nikki did not call Joltik Box.
I think Joltik Box. I mean, we knew in my heart and my soul what my prediction was about Joltik Box.
Okay, yeah, right. You had.
If you listened to the episode, Jacob,
she did say it.
Well,
who
listens to that?
I mean, people, the girl reading this. So,
let me pull up the stuff. We did weirdest deck in top 4,
which I know I was wrong with that, but you and I were just trying to have a freak off at that point.
Right, totally. So you guessed slacking.
One did make it to day 2.
What was the placement of it?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm scrolling and not seeing it.
Oh, here. So let me see. Slacking got 248.
Okay. So that probably beats mine because I said Iono's Voltorb.
Which did not make it in at all.
Joe got the closest. There was a Zoroark that got 9th, and
Yep.
that was Joe's guess. And that
Pretty good.
was
It's a
that was
great
Lucas
deck.
Zing playing it
Lucas Shing.
with the Bombardier EX.
Oh, it has the Bombardier in it.
It does.
That's
a
interesting.
card.
Well, it's more of a cornerstone answer, but the first attack is pretty good when you go first. Yeah,
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah. I feel like we don't need cornerstone answers anymore, though. But
I mean, the
according
deck's
to
I also
Lucas
don't play
Shane,
the
you do.
deck, so I don't play the deck. I can't make that call. Anyway,
What else?
so we're gonna give Joe a point. We're gonna keep tallies here, probably.
We're keeping a tally? Okay.
Yeah.
What do we win if we get the most points?
I haven't decided yet.
It's the Palkia V, right?
Yes.
Where's the Palkia V, Jake?
It's on my desk. I know it is.
Uh-oh. We've lost the prize.
No, it's right here. Right here.
Nice, Joe. There's your prize if you just spike the predictions right now.
If you win, though, like so.
Poor Palkia V. It's stamped.
I have like 3 of them. The best placing Hydreigon
was not in day 2. I checked and I showed you guys because I was just so.
But let's see what the placement was.
The
Somebody
placement
played it. Somebody
was
played
401 was the highest.
401. Okay.
How could one of these Hydreigon players make day 2? Not one of them. Not one.
Deck's just probably bad.
This deck is bad.
I know it's bad,
and
but
you know
still,
why it's bad? So I'm looking at this guy's list. The highest placing Hydreigon, and this one makes a modicum of sense. So shout out to Elijah Anderson.
Elijah, you should have made day 2.
Well,
sorry, Elijah.
Okay. First off, this is a Pult list with a Hydreigon in it.
And there's more Hydreigon than Pult.
Joe, you need to look at this list.
Look at this list.
It is a 4-4-1 Dragapult, 3-2-2 Hydreigon.
Tubadoo, Tulania. So like the engine in this is Recon Directive. So Elijah clearly listened to the podcast and that 2 engines are not very good for this deck.
Yes.
So it still is using
Elijah.
It's still using the Neo
fun,
upper.
Right? It looks fun.
It looks fun.
I mean, he beat both Guardy he faced.
This list is at least palatable. He tied 2 Pult Dangos.
Yes.
And lost
his spread, like he literally just the only thing that he didn't play that was a Pult or a Guardy was a Future Hands.
Yeah. What a day. What a day.
Well,
you'll get him next time, Elijah.
Next time, Elijah. I'm sorry, but
no, they won't.
Your deck sucks.
So we had what deck wins.
And we all lost.
We all lost.
I flopped.
So let's see who got the closest. That would be Nikki, who said Dragapult. Any sort of. Although you said Dragapult mixture, but that's still 1 because it was still 4th.
Yeah.
So, I said Gardevoir, which was an 8th, and Joe said Terrabox, which
33rd with Rahul
33rd with Rahul Reddy, which you did call that he was going to play that.
He was going to play that. That's crazy.
Look, at least I called the top placing.
You live in his brain,
I should get
dude.
half a point for that.
No.
No.
You made the last fucking you made the last placing on that one.
Yeah, true.
All right. So then we did the second most played deck.
Yes.
Which what did I say?
I mean, are we grouping up the Dragapults?
I mean, that's what Limitless is doing.
We gotta go by the day 1 graphic. So variant grouping should be on.
Oh, I thought we were going by day 2 when we made that prediction.
I thought it was just literally overall.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Well, the thing is overall, Gardevoir actually made it as the top one.
Not with variant grouping. Well, with variant grouping, Gardevoir was third. Second was Golden Go.
What did the day one graphic say?
Where's the day one graphic?
Variant grouping puts Polt Dango in with the other Dangos, but the graphic separated Dango.
Interesting. We have it in the
Dango.
server somewhere.
So, do we want it on or off? Because you can.
We're not going to be able to see the exact.
We're either going for variant grouping or we're looking at the graphic. Which one is it?
I feel like we got to look at the graphic.
This is going to take half a minute.
Hold on, wait.
It's at the bottom of the thing. The graphic said that Dragapult, it looks like straight Pult, was number one.
Okay, but what was number two?
That's both
Guardy.
Guardy was number two?
Yes.
Well, then both me and Joe won.
If you make the variant, if you do put on variant grouping on Limitless's labs, Pult is still number one as we predicted.
But Golden goes two.
Golden goes
two because they add in the Polt Dangos.
Which Dango was Nikki's guess. So we're kind of all right.
It just depends on how you look at it. Yeah.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. It just depends what you think is correct in that.
I'm gonna give us all a point because we're all goated.
We are all goated. I like that.
Oh yeah.
And then how many Dangos in top 8?
Joe made that one. He said
Joe
0.
Said 0 in 1. I said 3. You said 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that means Joe won for this time.
Nice. Good job, Joe.
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
wait,
you got 3 points, and so did Nikki. No, you're both tied.
Oh, we're tied? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I sucked.
Rock, paper, scissors?
I was terrible.
Oh, got him. I won the rock, paper, scissors.
You did.
All right,
we'll give it to
you. We'll have to make sure we do predictions before Portland, and maybe I'll try to do a little better.
All right. So
I'm gonna keep this a running tally, though.
I like that. All right. So what we're gonna do then, I guess, is talk about the dinosaur in the room, Raging Bolt.
It's a deck.
It is a deck. So this guy is apparently 90-10 into Dragapult.
Listen.
Which is not correct at all, but
I would like to point out that Christian Labella did not drop a single game. He had 14 wins, 0 losses, 2 ties.
Wow. He just wow. Yeah, he went undefeated. Holy shit.
He tied a Guardy in round 2, and he tied Joltik Box, the one that got top 8 in round 12.
Wow. He undefeated
Bolt, and there's nothing too spicy about it. It's just your standard Bolt list.
I do think that the Bravery Charm was a really nice inclusion there. You don't see that in all the lists.
That's true.
A lot of the time that protects Dragapult from going 3-3 and winning attacks. But besides that, the list is standard. I think the deck's really good. I think Baby Bolt's the best card in the deck and one of the best cards in the format. When you have Dragapult and Gardevoir as the best 2 decks. It's fast. It's consistent.
Been for Baby Bolt in Raging Bolt. Not that I've been very vocal about it, but it's in. If I grab the the Raging Bolt I have built right now, it'll have Baby Bolt in it because I think the bench sniping is good when there is no Shaman right now.
Yeah, there's no bench protection.
There's no bench barrier.
Sucks without Raging Bolt or Baby Raging Bolt. If that card wasn't in the deck, it's just an atrocity of a play.
Oh yeah.
Baby Raging Bolt.
It's one of the only decks that still can kind of use Prime Catcher, which is really good.
Yeah, it can just aggressively gust. The Noctowl engine lets it sequence its plays deeper into the game, which was kind of a problem in the past.
Yeah.
It was just relying on concealed cards and Teal Dance instead of actually piecing through the deck. Crispin's a nice addition. It's just a good, strong, simple deck.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be as good of a play for Portland because I think it's just going to be on more
Definitely
people's radar. But I think it was a great meta call for Milwaukee, and I really like the Bravery Charm in the list.
Yeah, and like, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Bravery Charm, like, it makes such a difference. Just in general, I really like it as well. I know there's always been a debate between like capsules and Bravery Charms, but like it's 10 HP and Charm can be put on more things.
You want to charm
Yeah.
your Hoo and your Fan Rodom
Yeah.
a lot of the time against Dragapult, and a lot of the times the Dragapults aren't ready for it. That's why I think Labella did so well. I mean, yeah, he got lucky, he drew hot, but he played well, and that Charm definitely caused a lot of surprise factor in a lot of his games and gave him
I
the
think
edge.
the charm also just helps when like if people tunnel vision and you can charm like Latias or Fez, they don't know what to do or how to deal with that, and then it can buy you an extra turn, which like you were saying, but obviously the charm targets are going to be Noctowl or Fan Rotom for the most part, but I do think charming Fez once in a while is
Yeah, no,
just
that
so
comes up too.
strong. And
Even the bolt, like you can charm anything.
it's just good. It works for any of the cards.
The capsule is infinitely worse.
No.
Like
I like the judge as well in this deck.
that's the other thing I really like. It's so good against Dragapult and Gardevoir when you just baby bolt judge.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like so like when people say like, is it really that favored into these decks? Like, no, but people weren't expecting those two important deck cards that Labella had.
I was just gonna say, if you and this also speaks to just Labella's skill as a player. If you look at like the win rate overall of Raging Bolt, like in Milwaukee, it's like not great against most of the decks. Like almost every single deck, it's in the 40s.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, no
it
one built
doesn't
their
win.
list as good, and Christian's obviously a great player. I actually
Yes.
played
So
against him
I
at
mean,
Baltimore.
it shows what a good player can do in general, but even with just a couple different cards.
Yeah, literally 2 cards probably won him that tournament.
And this deck is very now the thing that this deck would be weak to is a turtle that crown opals them for the most part. Because they don't have a bear or anything, but because turtle went down so hard because of Guardy coming up, like
Turtle was never able to crown Opal. It's only Terrorbox.
That's true. I have seen I've seen like one or two lists that try to make it work with the crown opal. But even still, you're right. The Terra box too, but clearly like Terra box did not make enough moves to stop a raging bolt from getting through.
Terrorbox hasn't made top 32 in either North American regional.
I mean, I've been saying this for a bit. Like, I don't think Terrabox is great. It's too exploitable. It's too linear in what it's doing.
I thought it was a good play for this event if people adapt. Like Grant Manley's list, for example, I thought was actually interesting. He played the 1/1/1 Pidgeot with the Jock. Like you need to give yourself some type of late game stability.
He also had a low amount of energy, and people were like giving him shit for it, and he was just like, "Guys, Water Pond shuffles it back into the deck. I don't know what your problem is." Every time he tweets, I love it. I love it so much.
And Grant Manley is just like an endless source of entertainment, especially if you don't read his summary doc in one shot. Just take it in chunks once in a while, and you're just like, this is so fucking funny. Like he should just be like a comedy writer, honestly. Like he just does a good job of that. Like every year when he puts out the doc, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. It's hilarious every time. Like he should just get into comedy writing, honestly. Yeah, I like the Pidgeot in his list. If we're going to talk about Grant's list very quickly, but which we were talking about last episode. We were talking about the Pidgeot inclusion in a Terra box list and how that could actually help.
I feel like you need that Pidgeotto. Like I think without the Pidgeotto, it's just complete cope.
Oh yeah, It's bad.
That's like the part I specifically like.
Yeah.
I mean, and we talked about, I was running it for a while with Pidgeot line in Flareon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just anything where the Noctows can set it up, like it's good, and it's like it really helps against all these decks that are trying to Iono and hand disrupt the hell out of you.
Exactly.
It's
When that's your
not
biggest
always
weakness,
easy to get up, but if you can get it up, it's like
it's hard to lose.
unstoppable.
It's not in any of the I'm just checking all the Flareon box lists now. None of them are really running it though.
I think the biggest issue that Flareon faces is I think it needs to. I think like Ian Robb's list pretty much states everything it needs to. It has to go back to like the crystal instead of the whole disruption with stamp and everything.
The problem is its Gardevoir matchup is not good whatsoever.
No, and that's why I think
that's what would scare me off the deck. Like
that's
I thought
why
it
I
was
think it
great
needs the
play,
crystal
but
back. It has to move quickly to be
I
able to
think
try to
Stamp
shut down.
Stamp was a
Gardevoir.
one tournament thing when the format was at its slowest. You can't play Stamp.
The Galapagos can crown Opal in this build too with the crystal, which is interesting.
Listen,
just a thought.
You and your crown Opal here.
I played Terrabox to Atlanta, so I am going to think about it. I am going to think about Crown Opal and how good it is sometimes.
Before long, you're going to be talking about walls and how it walls everything in the format right now.
What is this team without someone who is absolutely obsessed with controller walls?
That's true.
It's someone always is on that kind of deck with this team. What about the Roy Moon? Can we talk about the Roy Moon?
Yeah, we'll talk about that real quick.
I want to talk about this little Roy Moon deck. And it's Jake's cup of tea, right?
It
Number 17.
Where is
Aiden Coos?
I don't know how to click things. There it is. Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I honestly don't think it's horrible.
No, it's not horrible. It's great. It's
running the neutralization zone,
which is hilarious.
They've all been playing that recently. Really helps the Dragapult matchup in some situations.
It's essentially just Ancient Box, but with a heavy to Dunsparce.
Yeah.
It's got to draw somehow.
I mean, it's cool.
I like it. I just think it's so interesting. And the only reason, I really am kind of, finding it so interesting, I think, is because it's only $17 to build.
I didn't see that.
It is literally, I have been pulling up these deck lists.
You gotta have the McDonald's Roaring Moons, though.
Four Great Balls kind of crazy.
The 4 Great Ball, yeah.
Look how beautiful the McDonald's Roaring Moon is,
I think I have one, honestly.
I have 2, and they're both from Brendan. I need 2 more.
I'll see if I can find mine and give it to you. No, yeah, I mean, I just find that I don't know. The thing I like about Pokemon a lot is that it's a cheap card game, and I have had a lot of people argue with me recently about the price of this card game to play, and I have gone to a Roy Moon to Dunsparce list 3 times now and showed them that price tag and said, is it really that expensive? This got top 32 at a regional, and then they're like, good play.
How much money is that?
What do you mean? How much money is $17? It's $17.
I mean the placement. How much does that earn?
It's $1,000.
Yeah, so he spent $17 and earned $1,000. I mean,
that's great. But actually, with 17th place, don't you get no? It's top 16 is the next tier.
Yeah.
So just barely missed it, but that's okay. For $17, and you got a buyback of $1,000, I'll take $1,000 for 17.
I mean, if he wouldn't have lost to Timmy Tipton, he could have.
I know. Unfortunately,
he lost to Timmy Tipton and Calvin Connor.
Cal Connor's just goated though.
Yeah,
and then you have the Poison, more straight up Roy Moon EX builds as well, and they're doing okay too.
Worse.
I feel like we should talk about Zoroark. It had a pretty good event,
overall. Definitely.
We know you think it's this goated deck.
It's just very well positioned. It has a decent matchup in a Dragapult. It destroys Gardevoir. It has a really good matchup into Goldengo. That's should be your initial framework when thinking about picking a deck, and it has a favorable spread into all of them. Now I don't know how Raging Bull matchup goes, and I know you get absolutely farmed by Joltik, but so that could be concerning if Bolt's not that good, Joltik's not that good. But
I think Joltik Box is going down at this point. I think it's just going to go down.
I don't think it's going to go down significantly. I mean, it did do pretty well. And it does still have decent-ish matchups, but I don't think it's a good play because I think people will actually respect it a little bit more.
No, yeah, and I think then people are just going to play Raging Bolt in response right now to it. Like if you're going to go to a cup this weekend and you're thinking of playing Joltik Box, I am so certain you're going to hit lots of Raging Bolt in that room.
And that's a bad matchup.
So Zoroark doesn't do very well against Raging Bolt.
Yeah, so that's a problem for N.
So it might be on a bit of a downswing. But you know what happens if N's and Joltik Box goes on a downswing? We end up with Guardy winning again.
Guardy stocks go up.
Joltik isn't an issue for Gardevoir. N's is, but N's isn't that popular. Guardy, listen, I'm back on the train 100%.
We're back to Guardy.
Is the
it only took me a month to get you there.
Guardy is officially the play for Portland. Best deck.
You think so? I mean, we'll go over Portland predictions next week.
Yeah, we'll go through Portland next week, but I want to see if you still believe that next week too.
Right. We'll use this as
put a bookmark here, and then we will return. And if next week Joe is of a different opinion, I want us to clip in this segment where Joe is
I think Hydreigon's a really good. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
There is at least one other deck I wanted to talk about from Milwaukee. And that would be, let me see here, the deck that got 49th place.
49th.
Oh.
49th. Right.
And I believe Joe can talk mostly about this deck because he helped build it. It was our teammate that got top 64.
Yeah.
Shout out Nathaniel.
Go Nathaniel. We're so proud of you.
And Joe, why don't you
take it away, Joe?
The build, why you included certain cards.
Yeah.
All that jazz. Just gush for 10 minutes, honestly.
Go ahead. It did well. You should be a proud dad.
All right. So first I want to say, Nathaniel, I love you. I'm proud of you. You killed it. We put a lot of time, thought, prep. We played a lot of games late into the night. I was just spamming Gardevoir, Mirror, and Dragon Dusk at him. And he was beating me. So I obviously played Dragapult at Atlanta. I played a straight Poltless with a 1/1 Pidgeot. My thinking was, after Atlanta, where Badoo became so massively popular and Gardevoir was getting more popular and even Dragapult was getting more popular, I didn't think there was much value in going Rare Candy Pidgeot. And I also feel like the Pidgeot lost value when you were forced to play an extra card in the Pidgeotto and try to evolve up that way. I just think it kind of lost some value. So I decided to cut the Pidgeot, and I saw Genesect do really well in Atlanta, and to me it was a no-brainer because it's so strong in Mirror. It's so strong against Goldengo. It's honestly just good in every matchup. So took out the Pidgeot, added in the Genesect, and then the next piece was, look, our deck's obviously a little bit less consistent now without the Pidgeot, and we also need more supporters in general with Badoo being so popular. So instead of just the 2 Brock, 2 Jock, we also added 2 Research. It at first started out as 3 Brock, 3 Jock, and then I had an epiphany one day that Research was just the best supporter in the game. So we put 2 of those in there, and I think the other adjustment on the supporter count was playing 3 Bosses Order to really initiate the prize trade in the Badoo War, because now that we have Genesect in the back, we can go in without the fear of getting unfair stamped. And that kind of let us take control of a lot of Badoo Mirror matches, whether it was Guardy or the Dragapults you could play against. Hitting that Boss's Order on their Jacloak with an energy with a Genesect on your board is like almost game winning in a lot of situations because you can really like you can prevent them from attacking on the following turn. So you get like 4 Phantom Dives for free, which is just ridiculous. And then I guess the last piece was on the stadiums. The Pidgeot build, I was playing one Artisan. And now we decided with Joltik Box, we expected it to be extremely popular, as well as Gardevoir. So we played Jamming Tower and Pokemon League headquarters. League HQ is really, really good, especially later game against Joltik, because you can prevent them from getting into Clefairy, because one, they don't play a stadium, and two, if you Iona them really low, it's going to be hard for them to even set up the Clefairy. So you really like kind of just checkmate them with Dragapult in the active, and like they can't really do much sometimes because you can kind of like build a board to prevent them from bossing
It's good
at
against
the end of the
Bolt
game
too,
and
I would
amping.
imagine.
Yeah, exactly. So it's great against Bull. It's great against Terrorbox, Terrapagos, any of those type of decks. So it definitely hit a wide range of popular decks. And then Jammy Terra obviously is really good against Gardevoir. It helps you kill Clefairies, Mews, Fezzes that get charmed. Um, it's also like nichely good in Badoo Wars. You can like get rid of the jamming tower without your opponent expecting it. And you can like take some cheeky prizes early. It can be good against Terrorbox if you get it out early, but mostly for the Gardevoir matchup. So yeah, that's the list. We also decided to cut an Arvin. Arvin just less strong in a meta where Badoo is so prevalent, but we still decided to keep 3 because you need to find your tools for Genesect. It's good on turn 1, and Stamp's the best card in the deck, and you need an out to finding it. But yeah, that was kind of the thought process of the list. It's very similar to a lot of the other straight pulls that did well, just with a little bit of a twist with the stadiums. I'm not sure why more people aren't playing League HQ and Jamming Tower. They're just so good into this meta.
They are really
Right.
good.
League
And
HQ
yeah, I think
especially.
yeah, I think the deck is just so good. I think it continues to be a good play. I would just still give Gardevoir a slight edge in terms of like its overall matchup spread, but I think if you play this Dragapult deck, like and you know it well, there's no reason you shouldn't make day 2.
Right.
Yep. And Nathaniel clearly did.
And his only loss in day 2, he would have made ace him if he would have won all 4 matches in day 2.
Yeah.
His only loss was to Julio, who got top 4. So
And it's because he started Blood Moon and Prize Switch, and we don't play Turo. Our only switching out is Switch. So
yeah,
even if he had it, like it would have still been awkward because he just would have been getting Badooed, and he couldn't even pivot anyway. But he prized it, so he couldn't even like boss trap something up, get out of it. So when you start Blood Moon in a best of 3 against Dragapult, it gets real sus because you're like, do I just scoop
yeah,
immediately? And like it gets so sketch sometimes. So
and
unfortunate there.
especially against a good player too.
Yeah.
But it's also a favorable matchup. So it's like it really
Right.
sucks that he kind of got. I mean, the same thing happened to me in Atlanta. I started literally the same thing. I started Blood Moon against Dragon Dusk and prized 2 Dracloaks, and their turn 3 was just quad Dracloak
Yeah.
Dusclops, and I'm like, well, this is kind of bad.
Well,
But
deck looks good. I know there was some discussion on the team about Crispin and whether or not to include it in the deck.
Yeah, I can go over that.
Yeah, why
So
not?
my thought process is if you're gonna play Crispin without the Pidgeot, right? I think if you're playing Pidgeot, you can play one Crispin. If you're not playing Pidgeot, it has to be either 0 or 2 because you're not finding it if you're playing 1.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And playing 2 just doesn't seem all that great when we're also playing 2 Luminous. We'd have to like fix the energy line and put in Dark. I just don't think like, and a lot of times you want to be researching or using Jock, voice crack, Jock, Iono. Um, So yeah, I just think there's better options than Crispin generally, and like we also play the EXP share. We play 8 raw energy, which is more than most lists that play 7. So like we're drawing into our energy off the
Yeah.
researches and the recons, and like we're just playing slow. Like we're not going in unless we have multiple energy on board. So I just don't think it's needed. You'd rather just not play anything. We're also not playing energy search. I just think the playing 8 energy instead of 7 helps you so much in Badoo Wars because like the whole point of the deck is in the Badoo Wars to make that boss play with the Genesect and get ahead, you need to draw into your energies. That's why we play more. And like
Right.
establishing the Monkey Dory quickly. Very important in a lot of these Badoo matches. So that's kind of the thought process. Like E-Search is good, especially since we're still playing 3 Arvin.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you just play more energy, play the XP share, and play smart and slow, it doesn't actually matter.
And
That's a good explanation.
So, and we can go over this more next week, but like as of right now, let's say you were going to Portland and you were taking Dragapult, what would you start to think about changing in this list?
Yeah. So,
or is it just perfect?
It's the perfect list. Don't need anything.
I mean, like we play the Luxurious Cape, which is really good against Baby Bolt. That was part of the reason why we had it in. It's also really good in situations against Dragapult Dusknoir, and straight Dragapult. So I think the Luxurious Cape and the Pokemon League HQ, like we already were teched for Raging Bolt.
Right.
And we already were teched for Joltik with the League HQ, which was another standout deck. I don't think it'd be worthwhile like teching for Sylveon or Zoroark because they're already like close enough and they're not popular enough to really warrant it. Like I think you're better off just knowing your lines. Yeah, like honestly, I didn't see any innovations that I thought like were worth putting into the deck, and we kind of were a little bit ahead of the meta. I think that's why Nathaniel did so well.
Yeah.
Obviously, in reality, it's because he's a great player and he was well prepared. But like he had a good list that was like prepared for the Joltik and the Raging Bolt spike. Not that we predicted the Raging Bolt spike, but we did predict the Joltik spike. So honestly, like yeah, I do think. I mean, after Atlanta, I was very open to changing my list and making edits and not saying it was correct anymore. But now I think the list might actually be perfect.
Okay.
All right.
And I just want to say this is Nathaniel's second day 2 in a row.
Yeah,
So,
he's solidifying himself as one of the best younger players in the game, and I think next season he's going to break out and show everyone that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's going to leave us, and we're going to have to
we'll
harass him. Yeah. So just like when Joe wins a regional,
yeah.
I will also say the League HQ was Nathaniel's idea, like last minute. And like right when he said it, I'm like, hell yeah, you're right. Like that's genius. So huge. That was a huge call out of him too. That I know helped him in some of his games as well.
I think that is such a good conclusion. I mean, I played against a Dragazard today at locals, and they were playing the League HQ, and it was annoying. So it's definitely just a good inclusion right now with all these basic decks.
So I didn't actually. I didn't know this till I decided to just look it up right now. You know who else ran Poke League HQ?
Your mom.
Julio.
The guy they lost to, the top 4 placement, was also running the Poke League HQ.
Like, I'm smart enough to do this.
One more note I will make on the list for those who care out there. We do play 3 Iono. I still am. I know Nathaniel might debate me on this. I still am toying with the fact that you could potentially go down to 1 Brox and play 4 Iono. But the only problem with that, and Nathaniel makes a good point when he says this, is that we're not currently playing Artisan. So like it makes it a little bit harder to cut down on the Brox.
I like the Brock.
I just think Iono. So do I. And I just think Iono is such a good card. I'm not saying that's correct, but I do think it's something to think about trying to fit in a 4th Iono. Not because you need it. It's just such a good card, and you really need it like when you need it in games at the end.
So what about cutting a Jack?
I think Jock's so good too.
Instead of 4th Iono, how about a Judge?
Ooh.
Get spicy with it. Get
what about
spicy.
Judge?
I think Nathaniel also said that I don't think he said that we should add this card, but he said throughout the day there were times where maybe a Turo could have been good. I'm not completely against it. I just think it's so hard to find, but I'm definitely not completely against it.
I mean, after messing with like
Switch seems like it has more utility overall.
Yeah, I still think it'd be nice to have both Switch and Turo if you could fit it.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure if like you could have 61 cards, you'd have a Turo. But
maybe. I'd probably add Iono.
It's just like maybe, but that would be wrong anyway.
That would be illegal, and they'll shoot you immediately if you do that. I've seen it before.
Yeah, I think the list is in a good spot, and I'm so hyped.
So if you want to do good in Portland, copy Joe's list, Joe and Nathaniel's list.
number 49.
Or maybe I'll post the Gardevoir list on Twitter, which will be the true play.
49 must be like a team lucky number or something, because I got 149th at San Antonio.
So, all right, let's make it the official team number.
Just the official team number is now 49.
Me and Nicole were close to 149 in Atlanta.
Yeah,
you were.
See?
You know?
We like 49ing. Anyway.
Ooh.
69ing.
Plus 20. All right. So I think that's all we got to say about Milwaukee. That's Milwaukee. She milked me till I walkie. So all right, we're done.
There was some Mamoswine that went 5-6-1.
I don't want to think about Mamoswine.
They went 0-4 in day 2.
0-4 in day 2.
Okay, now I'm gonna check. Okay, let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out to the one-ofs. We got a Mamoswine. We got a Slacking.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Blissey. Got an Okie Dokie. Keeping an eye on that one. Got Greninja, a Gouging Fire, and a Cerulege. Congrats.
Wait, and there was 2 for alligators?
Yes, there were 2 for alligators.
I want that deck to be good so bad.
I mean, it got to a 9th.
But not 49th.
Genesect in this list? Nah.
Yeah.
But I don't think for alligator's going to be good.
I know. So sad, really.
Now, maybe for alligator with a heavy melodic line that faces a bunch of Dragapults.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
you know.
I don't think it's actually good, but yeah, I think it would be a cool deck to see do well again.
There was one poor soul that played Ancient Box and went 0-4-1.
Oh. I'm sorry. Do you want to cry about it?
I miss that deck, all right? Let's just move on.
I'm looking at it. Oh, it's not even the fun Okie Dokie. It's the fighting Okie Dokie that made it.
That's lame.
Yeah.
Our Chaladon is like completely fallen off a cliff.
I know.
Which is interesting because me and you were just talking about how like our Chaladon Zoroark is actually kind of decent right now.
It is decent. People haven't played that deck.
I mean, yeah, I got 42nd.
Yeah. I mean, 8-2-2. That's exact. I mean, that's the same record as Nathaniel.
Yeah.
It looks like your pretty standard list. I just think because it also runs the Jamming Tower, it has Vengeful Punch, like that makes a lot of stuff just hard to take this shit down. Like,
I agree.
Like, who would have thought that there would be the same amount of Charizards as our Chaladon in day 2?
I mean,
yeah. What about there was that Charizard list that was no Pidgeot that did well.
John Roberts.
Roberts, yeah.
So he's a really, really good player back in like.
Right. I saw his tweet and I was like, damn, this is fire. Like I like this.
I mean, yeah, it accelerates fire
really
energy.
Cool and simple deck. I think like Charizard is actually really good. It just gets gate capped by Dragapult. Like if you took Dragapult out of the equation, like it's kind of a really good deck if you took Dragapult out of the equation.
Yeah, but like it has the 100 HP Charmeleons.
This type of list that John played, I think actually like probably isn't that horrible in the Dragapult. And he was probably skill diffing and like kind of surprising people.
I mean, yeah, but like also I like the list a lot. It's like it's non-gunked up Charizard is what I'm going to call this. It's doing the same thing that Dragadust is doing. It's hiding behind Badoo until it sets up.
It looks like a beginner's building the deck, but it's really like one of the best OG players.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean, here's the thing is like sometimes the most simple answer is the best 100%. Answer. And this just looking at it, I didn't even think to look at this list, but now that I'm looking at it, like the Chi-Yu, 2 of them,
it's probably really good in a lot of situations.
The Chi-Yu is such a nice little revenge killer.
Chi-Yu autos Dango.
Yeah.
It does.
Just shred Dango.
You got the bundle in there.
But like that, how much does Chi-Yu do, max?
He does 140. And so he's doing 280 if you're weak to fire.
But like, if you combine that with the Dusknoir, like you could like kill like two prizers and like really like help with the prize trade and help with fixing like getting a dominant board.
Then you have a single prizer that hits in Charizard, which that's what Radzard was for.
Like low key, this deck's like this build is really cool. I like
kind
it
of
a
want to try it.
I want to try it too. I kind of want to try it. This looks fun. I like trolley builds though.
Charizard. I want Charizard to be good because like it's a very skill expressive and fun deck to play, and it just gets gatekept by one deck. Like it's kind of sad. Like if Dragapult didn't exist, it would literally be
it's not gatekept with this build.
Well, listen, not to get ahead of ourselves, but next format, Dragazard just won, and there was like 3 other Zard builds in the Champions League.
Because I am eyeing up Dragazard right now since I'm for NAIC, and I'm just like, maybe I should start playing that because it looks so fun.
Dragazard's a very inherently powerful.
I'm eyeing up a lot for like the upcoming events I'm going to, like the Full Grip 3K, the Rose 5K. Like I need something good for this stuff.
Charizard's just good, man.
And I mean, John Roberts lost to Antonucci in the last round.
He was playing straight pull. That makes sense.
But like other than that, he did great. Like all day. Like yeah, I like this list a lot.
Yeah,
I want to try it.
How many Dragapults did he beat?
I just literally closed out of it. He beat his first one was a Golden Go Dragapult, if you count that. No. Round 8, he won against a straight Pult. Round 10, he won against another Dango Pult, and then round 12, he lost to Antonucci.
So 1-1.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still decent, and it was in
he beat. Oh no, he also went 1-1 against Gardy. He beat 2 Dangos, a Joltik Box, and a Rhydon.
I feel like the Gardy matchup's got to be pretty good.
Yeah.
How was this? What? There was a 5-3 Miraidon Magnezone EX deck.
Who did that? Let's get him a free box of FCBCs.
Anthony Bruno.
Anthony Bruno, I just want you to know that you're now going to get FCBC sleeves.
If you reach out.
If you reach out of Jake's pocket. But this is the sponsorship segment now. We are big fans of FCBC armor. You should definitely play these sleeves. They have so many cute colors, cool colors. If you bring these to a local, I promise you someone's going to compliment you because they're going to think they're Dragon Shields or any other sort of brand. And you're going to say, no, they're FCBCs. And you make them do a little shuffle and they're immediately going to buy a box off of the shelf. So, shout out to Brian. Shout out to FCBC Armors. You guys should buy these. They're good. They got binders as well. They got cool colors and some cool limited edition colors as well. Definitely grab a box. The only other ones that we respect here are GameStop sleeves.
Wait, what?
Anyway.
GameStop's got sleeves?
Apparently.
I think so.
Oh my god.
They're definitely not as good as FCBCs. No. I can say that much for certainty.
I had a coworker earlier this week hand me a pack of sleeves he got from Target because he wanted penny sleeves and mistakenly bought these. And they were just some random brand I've never heard of. I have not tried them yet. And he was like, do you want these? I was like, I'm sponsored technically, but I'll take them because I'm a little curious on what these even feel like. So I don't even know the brand, so I can't even shout out any crazy brand for this. But the FCBCs reign supreme. I'm sure if I do try those free sleeves I got, they're not gonna even hold up to the aggressiveness of my own shuffling, in which these sleeves do. They hold up to how aggressive I shuffle. So yeah, great sleeves.
I can concur with that.
Yeah.
I destroy my cards when I play.
Oh yeah.
I've seen your cards. I know you destroy them when you play.
It's nuts. I'm so fucking aggressive when I shuffle. I destroy other people's sleeves sometimes, and then they blame it on it being double sleeved or something, and I'm just like, definitely that's what happened, not because I'm just a maniac.
Right.
Oh man. So, do we want to just quickly talk about this nice little announcement we saw about Black and White set?
We can cover it real quick.
Just quick. Black and white fans rejoice. There is a collection coming out, and it's going to be goated. There's going to be like
over
800 cards. 800 cards. If you're going to master
if
set
you include
one,
every rarity.
yes. Well, that is 800 cards. If you're going to master set one set, this is the set. Like, it is a challenge. It's probably going to be beautiful. Black and white just always has fans. I know it's a divided opinion on some people, but I'm literally looking at some of the cards on Poke Beach right now. The Samurot's beautiful. Like, the black and white cards always are beautiful. Black and white sets always look good. The Victini is very scary because he's entirely red, and I think they're microwaving him.
I love the cards like that, like the Zekrom, Reshiram, and Victini. I love that like full one color sort of deal.
The Victini looks like he's saying goodbye before sacrificing himself.
It looks like. Have you ever seen the people that sunburn cards?
No. What is that? Like, I guess they burn it in the sun, I assume.
Yeah, they'll get hollows and leave them out in the sun for like a year or two, and like the damage that it does to the card ends up looking like super awesome looking. You should look them up.
I will definitely do that.
This is one of my favorite these full art Tornaduses.
Yes.
Oh, you just have that on hand.
Just have it. Yeah. Black and white cards are nice.
I guess earlier I pulled out a McDonald's roaring.
I just cleaned this room up, so there are no stray cards at this point.
Yeah, my desk is bad. I have a bunch of random stray cards.
Now, this doesn't mean that the rest of my house is okay. The living room is Pokemon card heaven right now.
I have a bunch of packs that I haven't organized into binders.
Oh, just have packs hanging out.
I mean, they're opened.
Yeah.
I just haven't organized them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's two cool cards to talk about too, real quick. The electric with Dynamotor. You can.
Oh yeah.
Flash does. You put a lightning energy from your discard to one of your bench. I think it's bench lightning Pokemon.
Miraidon is back, baby.
Miraidon, Iron Hands.
I mean, with the Zekrom
is a good closer.
like, that's gonna be good.
Zekrom is a really good closer. It's like almost like a Charizard level attack.
Yeah.
And then like on the same vein with the Reshiram, it has Emboar, Stage 2 Baxcalibur, Inferno Fandango, such an OG ability. I used to play Emboar Reshiram back in the day. Good memories there. Same with the electric Zekrom, Thundurus, some sick decks. So yeah, I'm happy to see them both. I hope they I hope that the Emboar gets some support with fire types because I'm not really sure if there's like much synergy out there. They should have given it like a good stage 1 or like I want to see that card be good. But that's just my bias. That's just me being biased.
I mean, it's just fire.
It's Baxcalibur, yeah. I guess Badoo's gonna gatekeep this guy.
But Inferno Fandango is the sickest ability name you've ever heard.
You should run it with Goldango.
What?
Why?
Because the
so you can attach
names
like
sound similar, so it's funny.
Oh, so now we're just building decks based on them rhyming.
You say like, I'm gonna Infernal Goldango to my Goldango and Dango.
You're just like an 8th grade rapper.
Yeah.
You know, using Infernal for
no,
Dango.
Don't play that. Don't play that in Goldango. If y'all play that in Goldango, you're throwing. All right.
Okay. Very cool set. Looks like it's going to be the first that we get that's similar to Japanese sets where it's completely 2 different sets depending on what pack you buy. I guess we just got to wait to see which one's going to be the one that's going to run out for collectors, and I hope that they have half a brain and make the other set the one for the TCG players so we don't have this issue of this drought issue.
I'd also
let the scalpers take white, and then I'll take black. You know, easy. You know, I refuse to have it the other way though. So,
right.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out though on the mini tins, somebody pointed out on Twitter, there's a Garbodor. Now, why would they feature Garbodor?
Oh, come on. I mean, okay, so I know everyone's like Garbo-Toxic, Trash Avalanche is coming back, and I love those cards. I played it.
Everyone does.
I love those cards.
I would love to see them. I'm going to be honest, though. It's probably not getting
I'm going to hate them if they reprint them.
They're not reprinting them. It's a throwback to that. They know the impact that those cards had.
The game was amazing for multiple points with those cards, but yeah, it was also bad.
It was so fun. It was so fun to play.
Good metas.
Zoroark Garbodor was just such a fun deck to play.
Bringing it back.
I love that deck.
I love
Drampa Garb too. Oh,
they're gonna bring it back.
I think they literally are doing that for the fans of Garbodor who are living in the past, just like me and Joe are doing right now.
All right.
I hope they just print a good Garbodor card that has nothing similar to the old one. Just make a new cool Garbodor.
I mean, just make Garbodor good again.
I mean, Garbodor's getting a card. So
put that on the shirt.
But what card?
But yeah, what is it? They already reprinted one old card. I'm just saying.
If I see another Trash Avalanche or Garbotoxin Garbodor, I will be so happy. I am not a hater at all at the idea of it being reprinted, but to try to be realistic and to make sure I don't die of hope poisoning, I'm going to say that they're just giving us a nice little shout out, and it means nothing because by this logic it fucking means that that Mienshao is going to be good. Or Axel is going to be good. That doesn't mean anything. The tins mean nothing. People are coming to conclusions because they want Garbodor to come back. I want Garbodor to come back too. It's not happening though. I don't think they're going to do it.
Sure.
And when they do, prove me wrong, because I like being proven wrong like that. Then I don't know. I'll do something. I don't know. We're going to celebrate. I'll take 4 shots in a row in the podcast and then try to do this with you guys. We'll just do drunk Nikky podcasting.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
We should do drunk podcasting at one point. That'd be fun.
At the season end, when we have nothing else to talk about, we're doing that.
Oh, and just go over team highlights and you know. We should each take a shot for every day 2 the team is collectively made. I'm gonna throw up on camera. So
yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, all right, that's it. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the image of me vomiting. That's all we got. Thank you for listening. Please follow the Attach and Pass podcast Twitter. And follow me, Joe, and Jake on Twitter. All the links will be provided below.
Follow Nathaniel.
I'll post it there too.
Follow Team BG. We got a Substack that we occasionally update. We got the podcast. We got a bunch of cool team members. So keep an eye on us, and we'll see you guys next week. You guys have anything else to say?
Nothing else.
All
right. Have a good week, everyone.
Adios. See ya.
Peace.